Welcome to Mystic Cosmic Pink Oracle. My name is Tyi Cyreane. I wanted to introduce myself to YouTube here, as well as to the spiritual community, as well as to people here who come by to look for spiritual guidance. I want to welcome anyone and everyone who come to this channel and feel they want to subscribe and contribute to our tribe. I'm going to call y'all the Cosmic Soul Tribe. So I just wanted to put this video out here to give y'all a little bit about myself as to who I am, just a small little synopsis about myself as to who I am, and a little bit about my background, where I come from, where I came from, and where I want to take this channel in the future. And of course, things as we go along, things will change, and I will add things as we go along. However, I want y'all to know exactly who I am as far as my background is in the spiritual, in the realm. Well, I'm a spiritual guidance counselor, high priestess. I was born a heyoka, empath. My parents told me before I came into this world that my mother asked God for a baby girl. And after trying for years to conceive, my mother heard about a lady in the church in which they call her name Mother Hines. And she heard that she had healing hands. And so my mother went to the church, and she asked the Mother Hines, her name was Mother Hines, to pray for her because she wanted a baby girl. And also my father asked Mother Hines to pray for him as well. So Mother Hines laid hands on my mother and my father and prayed for both of them. And so my mother told me this story. And she said 30 days later, she was pregnant. She said she had been trying for years. And she had children before, previous, my brothers and sisters. However, she couldn't get pregnant, she said, for some years. So the gap between myself and my older brother, my brother before me, is 8 years. So it took her a while to get pregnant. And so after Mother Hines laid hands on her, that's when my mom got pregnant. And so I remember as growing up as a child, I would have visions and dreams that I couldn't explain, I didn't understand. And then something, when stuff like went wrong with me, I would think something was wrong with me. I was thinking like something was seriously wrong with me whenever I had these visions and dreams and stuff that I couldn't explain, as well as my family couldn't explain. And all they did was, take me to church and told me to pray and stuff. And so I was able to see glimpses of clips of the future. And as things as I saw in my dreams and visions came to pass, I found myself running from my gifts. Unknown to me, as I got older, my visions and dreams and stuff, they got, and my intuition got stronger and stronger as I got older. And my parents told me, of course, the story of Mother Hines, who laid hands on them and prayed for them. So one day as a teen, I was like 15 years old, and I remember I ordered some beauty supply stuff not online, in the magazine, because back then you could order things in the magazine, the Glamour magazine, the Teen Spirit magazines and teen magazines and all that good stuff back in the 90s. And I ordered this beauty thing, and it was this beauty kit that had lipsticks and eyeshadows and all that good stuff. And I was just like not knowing, like what exactly that it was that came into the mail. They sent me a gift, and it was a gift of tarot cards. And I remember I didn't know it was going to come. I just ordered that one thing, but I wasn't aware. I think it said something about a free gift at the end, but it didn't say exactly what it was. So as I opened the box, and the box was in my living room, my mom was anxious too to see all of the different color variations of makeup stuff that I had ordered. The tarot cards fell out first. And I remember the look of my mom's eyes, and she freaked out. She was like, what? She's like, get those devil cards out my house right now. Did you order those cards? And I'm like, no, Mom. They said it was a free gift. So I just, I ordered the stuff as I was going to order, but I didn't know it was going to be any tarot cards. So, of course, I had to get the tarot cards out the house because my mom was freaking out. And she was, freaking, just having, she had a hissy fit to get that devil out of her house, because, of course, we know some Christians don't believe in spirituality. Not all, but some Christians don't believe in spirituality, and they don't want, they don't believe in tarot cards, and they believe it's of the devil, what have you, to each his own. So needless to say, I went and I threw away the cards, and, that was gifted to me at the age of 15, but I didn't know that was spirit gifting me, telling me that was my gift back then. So for years, I ran from church to church seeking knowledge. I studied with different denominations in Christianity. I even studied with Islam, and then I had discovered Buddhism and Hinduism and started studying Egypt tablets and history, and the dots started to connect in my brain one day. They just started to connect of different things that was just it just started coming to me, connecting, as I started seeking the knowledge as to not just of religion. I was seeking the knowledge of, I remember this older lady, I went to a meeting and she told me she had a bunch of spirituality books about astrology and all this stuff, and she paid me to help her get her basement together. And at this time I was about 21, 22, and she paid me to get her basement together to get her books in order, and I did, and do them alphabetical order and stuff. And I did. I helped her, and she paid me and stuff. And she told me, she said, I see you're seeking, and back then I was a diehard, in the Christianity. And so she said to me, she said, I just want to let you know, I know you are Christian and you believe a certain type of way, and you're being taught a certain type of way. She said, but I don't want to scare you away. I just want you to know that you need to seek who you are, as well as seek who God is, but also seek who you are. And it was like light bulb went off in my head when she said that to me. So I took different, history classes from African, Asian, European, American history, and studied different religions, all while experiencing spiritual awakenings through the different phases of my life. And then one day at work in 2018, I'll never forget, this lady, I was working as a massage. I was working as well as I was in college for health science. And I was working as a nail technician, and I'll never forget what happened to me when this lady came and sat down in my chair. I was a nail technician as well as a massage therapist. I did massages, and as well as I did a little bit of a therapy for people who did injuries as well. Had injuries from accidents and what have you as well. And I was working in the spa, and so to make a long story short, she came in and she had booked a service for 2.5 hours of services. And so she specifically asked for me. And so she sat down in my chair and she said to me, she said, hi, she said her name, and she said, this will be the first and last time I'll get these services. She said, so you probably won't see me again. And so she said, as I finished her services, she said, oh, my dear, I want to let you know that you have healing hands. After I finished her 2.5 hours of services, which she had a manicure, pedicure, and a massage. And so then she left, and I never saw her again. And then fast forward to 2016, I took a trip to New Orleans, and I'd never been to New Orleans, and then we went to having a celebration in the streets. It was myself and a friend of mine who I called my cousin. You know, we were having fun and dancing in the street, and just, you know, if you've ever experienced New Orleans, that's just the vibe of New Orleans. I love New Orleans. And we're having, you know, drinking, and we're just having a good time. But, you know, it was early in the morning, so I wasn't drinking yet. So it was early in the morning, and so they had their little band out, and they were just having a good time. And this lady fell out and hit her head on the concrete. Everybody's just stopped, and we froze. We just stopped and we froze. We were just like, OMG, is she dead? I mean, oh my God, I couldn't believe. I was like, OMG, is this lady dead? I just was like, oh my God, is she dead? And everybody stopped. The band stopped. The music stopped. It was just like all eyes went on her. And I was scared to even look at the ground because her head hit so hard. I thought I was going to see gore, you know. I thought I was going to see blood. And I don't like gore, you know. I don't really like to see it. I deal with it if I have to, you know, but this is what happened. It was a lady that was running around, I'm a nurse. So she went and she got a cup of ice, and so she was trying to give the lady some ice chip, putting ice in her mouth, and I stopped her. I said, no, don't put anything in her mouth. She was literally laid out on the ground, not moving, nothing, breathing, anything. And so I placed my hands on her chest, and then I got the ice cube, and I put it on her forehead, and I put the ice on her lips. And I put my hand on her chest, and I started praying to God, to the divine. And I said, please, please allow this lady, please, please, please let her be okay. Please don't let her have any adverse effects, any bad effects from what happened to her today. Please, please, please. And I said, please let her go home with her family today. Please, please, divine Goddess, please. And sure enough, she got up. And I don't take any credit for this. This is gifts that was given to me from the divine. And she got up, and I get elated every time I tell the story. And she got up, and she was good. And she was good. And she didn't have her head was no blood, no scars, no nothing. And so everybody looked at me, and they're like, who are you? Who are you? And I ran. I am not shy. I'm not a shy person. However, I can be sometimes, but you know, that was such a shocking event that I didn't know, you know, my nerves were all over the place. I didn't even know how to react to, you know, I was just like, I just wanted her to be okay. I didn't want I just didn't want any accolades or anything like that. And that's just how I am. You know, if somebody say thank you, I'm fine with that. I don't want all the extra. Just me. You know, every now and again I might accept it. That's just me though. That's my personality as a person. So that's just a little synopsis as to who I am. My name is Ty. Y'all can call me Tyi, Auntie Tyi, you know. And I'm used to being called that because of my nieces and nephews. And here are just my gemstones, my bowl of gemstones here for my cosmic soul tribe. And you know, I did pick up 3 cards in which I got from the let's see, cards is called A Spiritual Junkie by Gabriella Bernstein. And I am going to, I picked these 3 cards out because it's been a long time coming for me to start this video, to start my YouTube video. I've been told and been you know, people have been asking me to do this, and I've also been directed by other spiritual guiding counselors and other spiritualists who told me to do it, and so I'm doing it. I'm being obedient to spirit and I'm doing it. And so 3 cards that I did draw. I drew these 3 cards. And I'm just doing this for myself because I did it on myself. When I do videos, I'm going to draw out cards and you're going to actually see them. But the first one that I drew out, here it is. It says, I'm committed to bringing forth my greatness and I will no longer play small. So this was spirit talking to me to stop playing small and go ahead and put my video out here and start my YouTube channel. And here I am. The second one right here. I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. And I do. Thank you, Spirit. I accepted my gifts that I am here to service y'all. I'm here for y'all. I'm here for you. You know, I'm here for guidance for y'all. I've went through my life of horrible things that has happened. However, I triumphed and I've not a survivor, you know, I thrived, you know, and at the time I thought I was just barely surviving and I thought I was a victim, but I didn't know the bigger picture that Spirit and the Most High and the Divine had for me, you know. And here's the last card. My genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. So I'm here to step into my purpose because of y'all. I'm here for y'all. I'm here to service y'all. I'm not here for money, you know, although I know that through my counseling sessions my guidance sessions that I not counseling sessions, guiding sessions spiritual guiding sessions, that I'm here to service y'all. But it's not about the money at the end of the day. I do have a job that I work. So it's not about that. I'm here for y'all. And I'm here to be of service to the world. And I'm here for y'all as my cosmic soul tribe. So I just wanted to put this video out here just to let you know who I am and what I am here for. If you like what you hear, if you have any questions, you can look into my description box and see how to get in contact with me. My name is Tyi Cyreane, and take care of yourselves and happy healings. Goodbye.